Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlike, and we are doing a discussion over Viking Seesaw. This very, very tiny game made in Japan. And the only reason I know that is because of all the Japanese that's on it.
Right.
And the fact that I had to print off the actual rules. No, this is a game that I heard about, again, through the Dice Tower, because I think Mike is the one who always talks about this game, and the rest of the guys completely shit on him for it. I don't know. I think this is a really nice, little, delightful balancing game.
It is.
For
a little box, basically, you could carry that anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, there's honestly, it's so weird because it's like there's not a whole lot to say about games like these.
Right.
Because it's too tiny to really compare it to all other of the dexterity games.
Right. But this is like the type of game that, because I always like travel with a backpack, have it in my backpack. You go out for coffee before you go somewhere to go do something.
Yeah.
You throw this out, you play for 10, 15 minutes, and you have a good time, and you're done.
Yeah, you just and then you just shove it back into the box with all the pieces, and then you're like, okay, that's it. Like, literally, the components, it comes with a hair tie.
Which I was still trying to figure out why you had it to begin with, but sure.
Just to hold the
just
spears.
to hold all the spears, even really, to keep them all in place so they're not rolling everywhere.
Right.
But I don't know, I think something about this one feels like it has something more to do, with, like you were saying, with, physics, where it's like...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously all dexterity games deal with that, but something about actually caring about weight of stuff is not something I see in literally any of the other dexterity games we've been playing. We just played Riff Raff, and so I was like, oh, are the pieces way different? Not really.
No, I think this one is more, because it's just a seesaw, so it's less about building a structure or placing things on unstable structures. It's stable.
Yeah.
It's just which side weighs more. Mm-hmm. And so that's all it really is at that point.
It's more of a physics strategy game.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a dexterity game in the sense I'm going to guesstimate my weights there and which one.
Try it
and
out.
where do I place it where it's going to be it's closest to the center. Where I just kept stacking it higher and higher because I was like, well, but that's going to be the best. I can put the most weight on that side and not have it affect anything.
Exactly.
Because it's a lever at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I mean, you have enough thought process that, you can do kind of riskier moves, but they're not going to be bombastic. They're not going to be, this game isn't going to be, I don't know, hilarious or fun. I mean, it's going to be fun, but it's not, in the same sense as, some of the other bigger dexterity games could be.
Right.
Especially, literally, a similar concept, just in grandier scope, is Riff Raff.
Right.
And that one, you just have a completely different vibe.
Yeah.
While you're playing. Literally, when we were playing this, it's... you're just staring at this little ship. Mm-hmm. And it's okay, let's see if I can place that. And then it's okay, that worked.
And the other thing I will say is I didn't care as much what you guys did on your turn as I did in other dexterity
That
games.
is kind of true, yeah.
It's you didn't bend it, so let me see.
That's true. It didn't tilt. Okay.
I think I can put more weight on that side. I'm good.
Yeah. And I also do think that with this... Sorry, Brett, what do you think of the game?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Clearly it doesn't because you're not letting me talk.
Oddly enough, I was going to say the opposite. I was actually more engaged.
Really?
Probably just because of the feeling of success. Anytime anybody places anything successfully, once it gets past the trivial, it's like, wow, that was good. Oh, shit, now it's my turn. Now I'm screwed.
I mean, we still get that same feeling of, I did not expect it to come back to me.
Right.
Dang it.
Yes. There's multiple times of that. It's how the crap did it get back to me? I made sure that should have been basically tipping over if I breathed on it.
Yeah, exactly. I wish that because they have something where it's okay, if it tilts, you take a cargo, which means because you're trying to get rid of all your cargo. Yeah. If anything falls off, you take it. But there's nothing about really that, if I place a gold and it tilts, I'm kind of rewarded.
Yeah.
Because I get something that's less weight. It's bigger, but the gold is really hard.
That's
get
where
rid
I
of.
realized about halfway through is like, oh, I should have just taken one cargo a couple
Yeah.
times and got rid of these 2 golds, because if it came down to a tie, I was going to lose because I had the 2 golds still left in my hand.
Exactly.
It was like,
And that hit me right off the bat, which is why the first thing I put was a gold.
Right.
And I put it in the hardest spot,
Yeah.
hoping to mess with everything else, but as it turned out, it just imbalanced it.
Yeah, and so it eventually just kind of comes to what I've noticed is the heaviest pieces are always on one side,
Yeah.
which, I mean, is a good kind of course correction of this game where it's like, okay, the heaviest pieces are on that one side, meaning that it's not going to tilt. Now it becomes a balancing act of trying to get all these weird shapes on the tiny
right.
left side, which I do like that. So the weight aspect doesn't quite become as important. Then it kind of becomes a little bit more dexterous.
Sure.
But I would have liked it where it's like, no, it has to stay on its side. Like,
Yeah.
you don't get to keep your piece there, and you have to take a cargo.
Right.
So you're not as, like... You're
Rewarded
like,
for
yeah,
it.
you're not as rewarded for putting a heavy piece. And it would allow for you to try and do something clever with
Right.
a heavy piece, where it's like, ooh, do I risk it? Do I place it on here? So, I mean, and they kind of have something where it's like if something tilts into the cargo area, you have to put it back and rebalance it. But
Sure.
I don't know. Like, it's literally like a tiny. I mean, I guess designed by Reiner Knizia.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Funny enough, yeah.
I didn't know he did anything this physical.
I
Interesting.
didn't know. Yeah, I mean, I know he has a million games out there, but
That-
I guess he just jumped into the Japan because there's a lot of these little
Yeah, the
little
little
games.
games from Japan.
Right.
They like the really small box
Yeah,
games.
it's very cute. I
Fix in their
agree.
houses.
Yeah. Yeah, you could literally just have this in a backpack.
Yeah.
And it would be not cumbersome in any way.
Right. And it's good enough to play for, I mean, I think even it says 10 minutes to play. And that's kind of what it feels
This is a really fun game to play high.
Right.
Because it's like it takes no like thought, but you're still kind of just into it.
Right.
Minara is also weirdly fun.
Man, that'd probably be way more stable.
No, exactly. That's all right, Brett. We're playing a bunch of dexterity games. I gotta go to the dispensary.
Dang it. I should have
That'll
thought
leave
about
us.
that before I leave the house.
We live in a state where it's legal because we're cool.
What are we
But
talking about?
what do you mean? Yeah, this is where I just get arrested. But yeah, that's Viking Seesaw. What do you guys give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
7.
7?
Yeah.
I'll go 9.
9. You liked it that much, huh?
I liked it better than Manara.
Okay.
Okay.
More strategy, more planning,
Yeah.
less just randomness. But again, that's my style of play.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, most
That-
dexterity games are wacky fun.
Right.
It's like, don't break the ice. Oh, you broke the ice.
And one person just like sulking the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's me.
Just, why do we have to play these games?
Plotting my revenge.
You know, funny enough, I'm not actually surprised that you like this as much as you do, because it's. I mean, if it's like your wheelhouse of gaming, there's here are the weights of my pieces.
Yeah.
I place them on the lifted side of the ship.
Yeah, different weights, different shapes.
I do like
A
that.
lot more
I do
variety.
like the different weight aspect. I feel like dexterity games should incorporate that more. Versus since we've now played a bunch of them recently, it is a lot of balancing.
Yeah, for the most part.
And it's like, you know what? The weight aspect is pretty neat. And then Riff Raff had the swaying boat, which is really cool.
Right.
So, yeah.
I mean, for the dexterity games we've been playing, because I mean, like Flick 'em Up
I guess,
doesn't
yeah,
have.
right.
So, in the balance, again, to me, dexterity games either kind of fall in you flick a piece or move some kind of piece with some kind of action, or to balance.
Yep.
And this is just, it's a seesaw. So, it's balancing through weights. Where like Riff Raff and Men at Work are balancing because of weird angles and lengths of objects.
And there's nothing extra with this game where it's like there's no cards or anything that are making you do weird stuff. It's literally here are my pieces. Which one do I choose which one to place.
Yep, 100% choice.
So I'm actually going to split you guys. I'm going to put it at 8. I do just this one. I've shown it and I've played this actually multiple times since I've gotten it, and I haven't been bored with it. It's
Right.
cute. If this, I mean, it's literally like 10 minutes, and the
Yes.
rules are take a piece in your little hair tie, and whenever you're out, you go to win. You can just take it and just use it to tie your hair back.
Got it.
And then after you do that, since I won, you just flip off your competitors, and then you're good to go.
Nicely
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really cute. I definitely see why Mike likes it.
Yeah.
So, well, that's our thoughts on Viking Seesaw. Let us know what you think of the game in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.